Here we are with brand new 2021 Arkansas Razorback commitment, ESPN National number 7 5-star jersey, Wolfenbarger, Fort Smith Northside, 6'5" combo guard jersey. Congratulations on a big day signing with the Razorbacks. And tell me what it feels like to be a Razorback and talk about the experience today.
It's definitely super, super exciting just to be able to, officially say that I'm a Razorback. I get really excited when I think about like the next 4 years and what I'm going to be able to, how much I'm going to be able to grow, in Coach Neighbors' program, like both on and off the court. And I don't know, today was really special just to get to share it with all the people that have been in my process and in my journey and that have helped me along.
Well, congratulations. I know Mike Neighbors is excited. The news came out yesterday that his upcoming season, his team's preseason ranked number 14th in the country. That's as good as it's been for that program since the mid 90s. And then they add what's arguably the top player in recruiting history for the women's program in yourself. So talk a little bit about things coming together, maybe the stars aligning for Arkansas to take the next steps to being perhaps an elite program in women's college basketball.
Yeah, well, they're just on the rise. Coach Neighbors is doing a really good job, and the staff's doing a really good job of helping players build and grow themselves. So I think that's what's really allowing them to take off, just that constant motivation to get better.
Now, you got a chance over the summer to work out and go maybe head to head or play against some of the current Razorbacks. Talk a little bit about that experience, some of the players you got to play against and play with, and how that helped you, and maybe how you helped them.
It definitely helped me feel like fully confident in my choice to go to Arkansas. Just hearing their stories and their process and how much they loved being a part of the team and the Arkansas family, and that definitely aided my decision. But most of all, they had so much to teach me, and so much like to teach me like what Coach Neighbors is looking for and what he expects out of me, but also like how I'm able to fit into their program. And like with Dungy, I feel like my game is similar to hers. So being able to just kind of watch how she works out and practice with her and learn from her, I feel like that will help me a lot going into it.
The story of your growth as a player is not only about your improvement and development, but it's about your physical growth. Shot up nearly a foot in about 18 months, and you go into your senior season, a 6'5" combo guard. Talk about some aspects that you've added to your game. I got to see you work out a few months ago. We always know that you've been able to attack the basket facing up, shooting from outside. But talk about some of the low post stuff you've added and maybe what's changed in your game since you've been growing.
I feel like my game has definitely expanded. I'm adding more rebounds into my game. I feel like that's something that I didn't highlight as much. And I feel like now that's something I'm able to do pretty consistently. As far as back to the basket moves, I didn't have that at all to start. And then growing makes you kind of develop that part of your game. So just developing every part of my game, I feel like that's going to help me, actually be considered a combo guard because I'm going to be able to play positionless. And I think that's what Coach Neighbors' program is. It's a positionless game.
And when you really start talking about what you've accomplished, I mean, last year as a junior, the Arkansas Gatorade Girls High School Player of the Year. ESPN moved you up just recently from number 18 player in the country to number 7, potentially on a trajectory to move up to the top player of the state and in the country, already in the state, but in the country. And, Kristyn Williams, who played at CAC and now is at UConn, she was the number 1 player in the country just a few years ago coming out of Arkansas. You got in the gym with her just a few months ago. Talk about that experience and maybe any wisdom she imparted to you.
It is definitely an honor to be able to be around other elite athletes. She kind of set the blueprint, I guess, for what I decided to start doing during high school, like blueprint of hard work. Like I've always had the worker gene, but understanding how I can take advantage of the hours of my day. I definitely got to learn that from her. And then to be able to be in the gym with her and learn, even more from her while working out, like seeing how serious she takes each drill and how each rep is, to the closest of perfection as she can make it. And I think that, that's something I definitely learned from her and that I'll continue to take.
You talked a little bit about some of the what you're looking forward to when you join the Razorbacks. Talk a little bit about what you see in the way that they play You talked a little bit about it already, but what are some of the things you think makes you a fit immediately when you step on campus?
Um, well, their style is just energetic and it's full of passion, and it's like I said, it's positionless. So I feel like myself, I'm a positionless player. I can face up, I can attack. I can play back to the basket, I can catch and shoot. And I feel like that's what Coach Neighbors and his staff have worked to create, and I feel like that's why he recruits the players that he does, is to be able to fill that positionless game and make sure that everybody's strengths are highlighted while still working on their weaknesses.
You talked about your maturation as a player. You've already tasted a state title as a sophomore. In fact, you hit a clutch game winner against Bentonville to win that championship, and it come from behind fashion 6A state title a couple of years ago. Talk a little bit about goals maybe for this senior season at Fort Smith Northside.
Um, I think my goal is just like everybody's, is to win a state championship. That's what everybody goes to practice and works for. But I think personally, my individual goal this year is to not take things for granted, and continue to live in the moment and make sure that I'm getting the most out of my day.
Okay, now I want to walk you back a little bit to when you committed to Arkansas. Everybody wanted you. You had over 40 scholarship offers, all the big schools. But back in late April, it just came down to it. And basically, you said you made a decision from the heart. But talk a little bit more about when you think about when you committed to Mike Neighbors, how both of you reacted, and getting to this point today where you made it official and signed.
Um, so last night I found a video of when Coach Neighbors offered me, and the date on that was 4/4. So like, as I think it was going into my sophomore year, but my lucky number is 4. So there's two fours in that, and just the feeling of like, okay, I'm on the right path, and it was really really exciting to be able to finally see your hard work pay off. Like you never really know where you're going to end up, so you just keep working in hopes that it will pay off like you want it to. And then just talking to him when I was decided to commit and be a Razorback, hearing that same excitement that I shared, that day, talking to him when I received my commitment, well, my offer, and then him hearing my commitment. I think it was exciting on both ends, really. I mean, there's no words to describe it.
Okay, I got a quick yes or no question. You can elaborate. Will we see Jersey Wolfenbarger dunk a basketball as a Razorback?
Sorry, repeat the question. It cut out.
Did I lose you? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, my
Yeah,
phone's
you lost
froze.
a little bit.
Okay, yes or no question, or you can elaborate. Will Razorback fans, will we see Jersey Wolfenbarger dunk a basketball in a game as a Razorback?
That is definitely the goal. I will work and make sure I work really hard to make sure that happens.
Okay, now this is something that's on you, and I'm going to catch you off guard a little bit. Tell Razorback fans maybe something they don't know about you, hobbies, interests, something interesting that they can learn about Jersey.
Um, I really like all types of music. I would say my least favorite is probably country. And I know that's gonna like get me attacked all over Arkansas because that's kind of like our type of music. I'm slowly getting into it, but I don't know. I'm not picky on anything really. Movies, food, music. I'm pretty go with the flow and lighthearted. So
Somebody told me you could be a chef someday. You like to cook?
I love to cook.
What's your specialty?
Anything really. Like I can look at a recipe or watch a video and kind of memorize it really quickly and then just go out and make it.
Okay, so I've just got you in trouble. You're going to be the team chef. Already in.
Oh, no.
All right, Jersey. Well, listen, congratulations. It's been a big day for you. I know the Arkansas Razorbacks, the coaching staff's excited, the entire fan base is excited. You're officially an Arkansas Razorback. Best of luck this season, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.